Don't be
All right,
stingy.
so literally the name of the event is called UFC Fight Night Mitchell versus Evloev. That doesn't make sense. But the fighters, the main event fighters, Marina Rodriguez and Amanda Lemos.
Lemos, yeah.
Lemos. I mean, I don't know. I'm guessing that's a glitch from Google.
Well, what's
But
a glitch?
yeah, there's quite a few nice fights on this card, and we'll go through them. We'll have a quick chat and then yeah, so let's get into it, shall we? In the bantamweight, we got Mario Bautista versus Benito Lopez. I'm sorry, but Benito has a funny face. There's something about his face, I can't put a finger on it, but come on,
What
man.
the fuck?
What's that? Like there's just look, we're making fun of these guys, but they'll kick our asses in real life. No disrespect to you, but dude, you're happy, man. I envy you. That's a happy man.
What's his main martial art?
I don't know anything about this guy. I'll be honest. Well, let's see what
Well, he's 10-1. So that's
Benito Francisco Lopez is an American mixed martial artist. He currently competes in the bantamweight division in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Thanks, Wikipedia.
Yeah,
that's very informative.
Has nothing else.
Well, he's 28 years old.
Pretty young.
178 centimeters tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's all, huh?
Yeah. He fought in Bellator.
What else?
He's been in a lot of different organizations because he fought in Bellator, then went into WFC.
Yeah.
And then into the UFC. So, nice.
What's his finishing record? Does he have a
he's
3 by knockouts?
He's won 10. He has 10 wins, 3 by knockout, 2 by submission, 5 by decision. That's very balanced. He seems like a very, well-rounded fighter. Next up in the women flyweight, we got Miranda Maverick versus Shanna Young. Man, I've both of these girls. I've watched a lot of their fights. I've watched a lot of Miranda Maverick's fights from Fight Research, and dude, she's
strong.
Yeah, no, not strong. She's just really muscular.
Yeah.
She's really muscular. She's well built.
Oh right. Natural or?
I mean, it has to be natural. She's in the UFC, bro.
Yeah.
If it wasn't natural, USADA will. We can always check her out.
Ah, yeah, that looks natural to me.
Look at that.
Yeah, that looks pretty natural.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
what are those though?
She looks like a what?
What are those on the stomach?
Those are beauty spots.
Okay, if you say so. Yeah, she's really strong. Oh, not strong. She's just really muscular.
Yeah, and she knows it.
Yeah,
she knows it.
She's had some really competitive fights. A lot of back and forth.
So you think she's gonna ragdoll the other girl?
Well,
she's gonna pick her up and throw her around.
I don't know. I don't know much about them. So
okay.
If I say anything here, I'd be lying. The next up in the featherweight, we got Darrick versus Yilan. This is a very interesting fight. It's going to be a very competitive fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both very experienced.
Yeah, people, they have a wrestling. I wouldn't say background. Well, I think they have a wrestling background. They're both really good on the ground. But with Darrick, he'll get you on the ground, but he's not really heavy on top. So he always his opponents always finds ways to either escape or end up getting on top of him.
Yep.
So he's not really he doesn't try to. He's not heavy on top basically. And Yilan, he has both of these guys. Just look at their record: 26 wins, 13 losses for Darrick, and Yilan has 38 wins and 10 losses. So they've together they have a lot of fights, right? A lot of experience here. But with Yilan, he's a lot of those fights are in China, and he fought against nobodies. So it's a lot of them ended really quick. So it's you shouldn't put too much weight on that.
Yeah, I was thinking about the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, unless he was in that one championship organization, that really famous one.
We can always take a look and see.
Yeah, go ahead.
And see his history.
Because isn't that organization bigger than the UFC? It just doesn't have much publicity. But the contenders, there's way more contenders there than in the UFC. And it's way bigger from what I've heard. All right.
Yeah, I mean, they've got like a lot of interesting things going on. They've got a lot of different martial arts. They got boxing, they got kickboxing, they got jiu-jitsu. So it's like, I think for someone who's into
actual mix,
like a hardcore fan of martial arts, when one championship is the organization to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But look, this is going to be there's a reason why they are the sort of the last fight on the prelims. They're like the headline for the prelim, basically.
Yeah.
And that's because it's going to be a really competitive, really high pressure, constant back and forth fight. And I think Darrick Minna is the underdog, actually. Darrick Minna, he's like a massive underdog, 2.7.
Damn.
So and I think he's gonna win. And you can see like his odds are slowly declining. Well, not really declining. It's like from 2.7 to 2.67. It's the same thing. But I see his odds declining a lot more by the time the fight gets nearer. And I'm definitely gonna bet on him because I know.
You know why? Every Chinese person is betting on their Chinese man. That's what's happening.
I don't know if I know.
Are they even
I know the Chinese.
Mm.
I'm not sure if it's Chinese actually or just Asians in general, but they're really into gambling.
Yeah.
But I don't think they gamble on sports. They're more do casino and baccarat. That's the kind of things that they gamble on, not sport. I don't think they're big on sports.
Right.
Are the Chinese even big on sports? I mean, what sort of what's their main what's
well, they are.
In the Olympics, I know they win a lot of. I'm not sure what they win quite a few things now in the Winter Olympics.
They hosted the Beijing Olympics.
Yeah.
Right. Then we have a fair few fighters in the UFC that are Chinese that are doing pretty well. Right.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of really good athletes that come from China. Yeah, they take that shit seriously, bro.
Yeah, but like sports though, are they like really into like?
Yeah.
Are they if you compare like a USA, right? USA like are really into sports. Everything about USA is sports. Would you put China on the same level? That's what I mean.
No, not so much with. No. I mean, the US has a lot of sport fans, but the Chinese, right? It's if you ever see them training, it's harsh, bro. If you see the kids training the sports, man, it's like either you make them the best gymnast in the world or they don't join at all. That's the thing. They don't do it so much for leisure. They do it to actually become someone. Yeah. Right? Or else they don't do it at all.
That's what I respect about the Chinese. Like whatever they do, they go full on.
Yes.
Full on.
Yeah. Especially the gymnast videos, bro. Have you ever seen that shit?
Yeah.
We call it child abuse here, but there it's completely normal.
It's normal.
You see these kids crying and shit.
Back on the fight. On the fights.
Let's do it.
Next stop. This is the first fight in the main event. Jailton Almeida versus Maxim Grishin. Jailton Almeida is a monster, man.
Yeah.
The guy's scary as.
Yes, bro.
He's like a much better version of your Romero.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. Like he's like, have you seen how he's built? He's built like a
yeah. I know he's
tank.
Yeah.
And I think he does it all, man. It's like he has like obviously like he's really powerful. Like he has like one shot knockout power. And he's also really good on the ground. I think he's like a black belt in jiu-jitsu or something like that. Yeah. So he's a monster, man. He's his first fight in the UFC was this year February of this year.
Yeah.
Knocked out the guy in round 1. Second fight, wins by submission in round 1. Third fight, wins by submission in round 1. The guy is just insane. Man.
I mean, he goes all out right from the bell.
Yeah.
From the bell, he just fucking goes.
Yeah.
He's just full on pressure. He doesn't let the opponent rest one bit in the first round.
Oh, yeah.
Which makes me curious to see how he acts, how his stamina is as the rounds progress. You know, he might be really powerful, but we know what happens to powerful fighters, right? They get tired really quickly. So we'll see how he performs after the first rounds, if it gets to that point. And the other guy,
I don't know much about him, but I know. I just feel bad for him because he's gonna get beaten.
I've seen some of his fights today, and he's more of a striker. He's not a wrestler at all.
No ground game?
Nah, he doesn't have much of a ground game.
Obviously, the UFC is just like trying to hype.
Yeah. But he's
Almeida.
pretty slick. He's slick with his striking.
Yeah.
Right? He's pretty tough as well. He's got a great left kick. That's what I remember. Okay. He's got a great head kicks, by the way.
Okay.
I really like his techniques on the head kicks.
Yeah.
But besides his striking, haven't seen much of his ground game. So that's why I believe that Almeida will take it, in my opinion.
Like, you don't even have to say that. Everyone knows he's going to win.
Yeah.
And that's why he's a massive favorite. He's like a 1.12 odd favorite.
Shit.
So come on, man.
Well, there you go.
Next up, we got 2 lightweights. 2 lightweight prospects. Like, a lot of people expect these guys to fight for the belt in the next year or 2.
Sure.
So this is, I think this is, to me personally, this is the most interesting fight and the fight that I'm most looking forward to. It's really interesting. You got Dawson and Madsen. They're both amazing wrestlers. This is going to be a really fun fight, and I'm really looking forward to it because. They're both really good on the ground. Madsen, he's how do you say it? A gecko? Gecko-Roman champion.
I thought you were talking about the lizard.
It's a gecko, man. That's how do you say it?
Greco-Roman.
He's a gecko. He's a gecko wrestler, man. I don't want to mess with the geckos, dude. They're strong. Well, the thing is, with Grecos, they're known for being really strong. Like they're because like a lot of the grappling they do is all like upper body strength, and they just use. So he's really, really strong. And like if you watch his first fight, when I saw him, I'm like, oh crap, this guy reminds me of Khabib, man, because he was really heavy on top, and not only was he heavy, he could hold his opponent down and like with one arm and hit him with the other. Like he was like ground and pounding this guy, and all I saw was just Khabib. I'm like, damn, this guy could be a thing.
Shit.
Nice. But come on, he's got weaknesses. He's not really the best stand-up guy. Obviously, his background is wrestling. You know, he's an Olympian, and that's his nickname as well. Mac the Olympian Madsen. So like he doesn't have much experience with he has like a lot of weaknesses on the stand up. Like he drops his head all the time. Like he's always dropping his head down.
Yep.
And the thing about Dawson, like he may not be as strong of a wrestler as Madsen, but he has some really dangerous knees, man. This guy he would throw knees like and he does them in such a slick way. Like it's like man, it's you should obviously you've probably seen it, but he's so good at throwing his knees. It's like he's kicking a ball, but it's not. He's throwing a knee. It's really interesting to watch. And I could see Madsen getting caught with one of those knees, man.
Yeah.
Because he's always dropping his head down. And the other thing is both these guys, they get tired in the later, like in the third round. They usually like their energy drops. So it would be really interesting. And I like, if that happens, they'll probably both do stand up. So that last round is going to be full on stand up. I'd say. And man, I could see Madsen getting caught with one of those knees because he's always, especially when he's tired, that's when you notice him dropping his head down. Or when he's uncomfortable, that's when he starts, doing that.
Yeah.
And that's really dangerous against Grant Dawson. He's got like dangerous knees.
Knees of death.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, the thing is, Grant Dawson's a favorite, and Madsen is an underdog. A decent underdog. And I'm definitely gonna put some money on that.
Yeah, stylistically, this is one of the best fights in the card.
This should be a main event.
Yeah, exactly. Like both really experienced wrestlers. Obviously, Madsen is an Olympian, so I believe that what's his name? I believe that Dawson, he's gonna try and keep us standing, right? But he's got the experience of a wrestler, so he knows what Madsen can do to him, and like you said, his knees. Those are going to be one of his biggest tools. Because as a wrestler, he knows when a double leg takedown is going to happen. He can almost, not really, but he could read his mind kind of, right?
Yeah.
Because of his experience.
Yeah.
So he probably knows the right timing to throw a knee as he's doing a leg takedown or try to do one of his wrestling moves, right? So that I believe, and plus he's youthful. He's got the youth. Right, he's probably gonna have more stamina, the strength and whatnot.
Not strength, not strength.
Not strength.
Not strength.
Okay, then
Madsen is strong, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I definitely agree with you. Grant Dawson can, he'll be able to read when he'll be able to read when Mark tries to like drop his head down.
Yeah.
And you might catch him perfectly with a knee. But one thing I noticed about Madsen, is he's so flawless at getting to someone's legs.
Okay.
Like he does it so flawlessly. Like he'd throw a strike and then out of nowhere he's at his opponent's legs. It's really interesting. It's like and he does it so smooth. You can't like. There's no telling, like he doesn't
no telegraph.
Yeah, there's no telegraphing at all. He just does it and he just flows with it, And I think that's what he's really good at. Like just out of nowhere, boop, he's at the legs.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be an interesting matchup.
Yeah. Definitely gonna be competitive.
Oh yeah. And I mean I can see why Madsen is the underdog, right? He has everything against him. Yes, he might be the better wrestler, but age is against him. He's got a lot of injuries, like his past fights. He's struggled a lot with injuries. He's 30 something, but way past his prime.
Yeah.
And Grant Dawson is going up while Madsen is going down.
Yeah.
So I can see why the bookies have the odds like that. And but man, I don't know, man. Madsen looks good to me.
Yeah.
And I don't mind throwing a few bucks on him.
He seems pretty driven for an older fella.
Yeah, man. Like his whole goal, it's just to get
the belt.
The belt. Yeah.
Yeah.
And his goal was to do it within 2 years. And he's been in the UFC 2 years.
2 years. That's nothing. That's crazy.
Well, he doesn't fight a lot. He fights once a year, right? So 2019 he had one fight. 2020 he had one fight. 2021 he had one fight. And to me, this is telling me something. It's telling me that he's old. He can't take on a lot of fight. Yeah, he can't keep up, and that's probably the reason why the bookies capped it like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I'm not gonna count an Olympian out. He's a fucking Olympian, man.
Of course,
those guys, man, they're built differently. The amount of dedication and hard work and sweat and sacrifice you have to put to get to that level of an Olympian. Basically, like when someone says you're an Olympian, like when you're an Olympian, you're the best in the world.
Yeah,
that's what it is. You're like top 10 best in the world. and he's that.
Yeah.
So never count him out.
Exactly.
Never count him out.
All right.
Next up, we've got the flyweight. Here we go again. One of the Dagestanis. Tagir Ulanbekov.
Yeah. Ends with off.
Versus Nathan Maness. Madness. Man, I don't know fuck all about this, but
Yeah,
I
I've
think
done some research.
okay, yeah, go on. What's
Yeah, so what's his name? Tagir. Yeah, Tagir, oh my god, obviously. Ends with Ov. Where's he from?
Dagestan?
From Switzerland? Yeah, Dagestan. He's from Dagestan. So he's just what you think someone with a last name would fight like. He's exactly like Khabib, like all the other Dagestanis out there. So he's into the background sambo, right? He just takes them down, manhandles them, and then submits them. That's his game plan. And the funny thing is that Maines, he fought Khabib's cousin or brother. Which one is the other one? The one that you were talking about before.
Abubakar.
No, the other one.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, because he's in the flyweight. I think it's isn't it Usman? Something Usman.
Yes. Usman Nurmagomedov. Yeah, exactly. Good. Yeah, and this Maine, he struggled so much, man. Like he hardly did anything. It was all lying down on the canvas, just withstanding the Khabib's cousin.
Man, how is that fair? Like
it's not fair.
Why are they feeding him to Dagestanis, man?
I know,
like,
man.
What the hell?
I know. But what I like about him is that he's very composed no matter how much pressure he's given by the opponent. He doesn't get frustrated. He sticks to the game plan, right? But I don't think...
lying on his back?
Yeah. Even lying off his back. That shit would frustrate me, bro. Imagine just being the best striker in the world and then just having that taken away from you, showing people what you have just because the other guy
that's
just
why
keeps
it's called
taking you
MMA,
down.
man.
Exactly.
That's why it's called MMA, and that's why the majority of champions have a wrestling background.
Yeah. But at the same time, I get bored. Anyways, I sometimes, like I said,
because you're
on
an
my
amateur.
previous
That's why.
episode,
You're an amateur, man.
my
That's
previous
why.
episode will
Only
explain
amateurs-
everything.
Only amateurs get bored from watching a grappling match.
I don't get bored if
If it's a Grand
Bryce
Dawson.
Mitchell does it. Anyway,
I wish like all these good fights always get cancelled.
yeah, I know. Oh, that's probably gonna be
It's
for
fight.
a bigger
They moved it. I think they moved it in into
the Volkanovski fight.
nah
Islam, Israel.
Israel's fight.
That's good. Yeah. I'm keen. But yeah, I think it's gonna end the same way. Tagir Unagabrelov. He's gonna stand on top of him and just, like the good old Conor McGregor says, he's gonna use his nutsack on his. Nah, I fucked it up. You remember that? Never mind. No, he said, "I'm gonna rest my balls on your head," and that's what Tagir Magomedov there. That's what he's gonna do to this guy.
Damn, bro.
That's disrespectful. Please don't come fight me. Sorry. Anyways, next fight.
Next fight, we've got Sherman versus Josh Parisian.
Man, Chase Sherman, the Vanilla Gorilla, they call him, huh?
Yeah.
That's his nickname.
Fucking hell, man. Man, it would be interesting to know where that nickname
I
comes
don't know,
from.
where the fuck does that come from? But dude, what must hurt is his record, man. When I looked at his record,
Yeah.
that's a crazy record, bro.
16-10.
Fuck.
Like, I know he gained a lot of weight. Like, he used
Yeah.
to fight at a much lower weight class, and then he just fucking gained weight.
Wow.
And now he's fighting as a heavyweight.
But you know what that tells me? A record like that tells me that he's got nothing to lose. He's got nothing to lose now. His record, you can't improve a record like that anymore, right?
I don't even think this guy cares.
He doesn't care. So that's probably
I
going
don't-
to affect his
Like,
fights.
from watching his fights, I don't think he cares.
Yeah, exactly. But he does have good stand-up, though. I like his stand-up quite a bit. He's technical. He's a very technical stand-up guy. He's good with his head movements, right? He's a power puncher. Obviously, it's heavyweight, and the other guy is relatively new in the UFC. He's quite, Kung Fu Panda built. He's quite the chubby guy, but he's agile. He's like the white version of Derrick Lewis, I would say. Yeah, he throws in those crazy kicks, spinning kicks, but he's got like deadly hands, very deadly hands. I'm not sure who's gonna win though.
Next up, this is the second fight that I'm most looking forward to.
Yes,
And that's Magny versus Daniel Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what a fight! What a fight!
Oh, that's a good
Man,
fight.
Daniel Rodriguez is so good, man.
Oh,
Like, not like like I enjoy watching him fight.
Why?
It's
what do
just
you like?
he's like a. You know how I would describe him? It's like when you watch a really good street fighter fight.
Dude, that's the best description.
That's how he fights. It's like someone who
That I've
fight
heard.
like a street fighter, but like they're good at fighting. That's
such a good
literally what he is.
That is a great description.
And I think that's
bro.
why I love watching his fights.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that I can't. I'm sad that I didn't think about that because I was looking at him fight, right? I was like, is he a boxer? But it doesn't look that much of a boxer. Like his punches are quite unorthodox, right? He has his chin up and he doesn't really tuck his shoulder, and he's very swingy, like you see in the World Star videos.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's got the skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great description.
Yeah. And Magny, man.
Oh, he's gifted. He's got the genetics there.
Yeah.
His reach.
Yeah.
He's got one of the longest reach in the UFC, I think.
Yeah, he's very tall. He's lanky, man.
Yeah.
Tall and lanky.
Yeah, the matchup is great in this fight, man. Because Daniel Rodriguez, he's not afraid of anything.
Yeah, he's tough, man.
He's a tough guy, man. But at the same time, his timing is great. If you look at his fights, his timing, he knows exactly when to hit you at the right moment when you're, when you're in mid attack, right? Or when he notices that you're switched off. He doesn't waste time at all. And if he sees that you got hurt, he finishes you. He's great at finishing people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Magny, he knows how to use his reach really well, which is dangerous. For a guy that's gifted like that, able to use that jab, he loves using that jab of his, man, to gauge that distance, and then he just goes all out. He's really good.
Awesome, man.
Not many tall guys know how to use their distance.
Yeah, that frustrates me, man. When I watch fights and you have this guy who has all the physical attributes, like he's tall, he's got the reach, and this guy is just like fighting close. Like, use your distance, man. Pop him, pop and move.
Yeah.
Do what Easy does. Come on.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And they end up being really
But
close.
you have to be special. Like, not everyone can move the way Easy
does,
man.
yeah.
It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, exactly.
In fighting, you got like, in terms of movement, you got 2-dimensional, right? And then you got 3-dimensional, right? And then you got 4-dimensional.
4-dimensional.
Yeah, bro.
Where's that?
Easy
What
is
do you do with that?
4-dimensional.
So you go up, down, left, right,
Nah, you just go
diagonal,
diagonal.
and then you just disappear. You go into another dimension with 4 dimensions.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say, bro. Diagonal, left, right, up, down, and sometimes you just disappear. Bro.
Yeah.
That's Easy, man. The guy's just
Yeah. He's the most.
No.
elusive
On a serious
guy.
note, though, Easy is like, he's
He's the epitome of movement.
That's easy. Yeah. So that's his biggest strength, his movement, and I think a lot of his opponents underestimate that. you
Yeah.
know? Just think about it. All the people he's fought, right? Not many of them have been able to hurt him or even get to him.
Yeah.
And that's because of his movement, and it's just up there, man.
Yeah.
Up there.
And when you try to hurt him, you put yourself in danger.
Next up,
Next fight.
women strawweight.
Yeah. I would love to see Amanda Lemos fight Valentina, just because it's an interesting matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's got. It's obvious how strong she is, bro. The knockout power that she has. I've never seen a woman hit that hard, man.
Yeah.
I think she could knock out a guy, literally.
She's just like
Like
Amanda
the cyborg.
Nunes.
Yeah, Amanda Nunes,
Yeah.
Chris Cyborg.
Yeah.
She's in that spectrum right
But
there.
dude, Marina Rodriguez, man, she's like really good at stand up. She's like really good at movement.
Yeah,
You know, popping you, pow, pow, pow.
she's more technical.
yeah, she's
She's
a lot
the more technical.
She's not
fighter.
as powerful, but
No.
she's very technical.
Yeah, and great on the clinch as well.
Yeah. Oh
Her
yeah. She's
knees.
got like a. I think she probably has like a Muay Thai background.
Yeah, I remember.
She's built like a Muay Thai person.
Yeah, yeah. On the knee, her knees are just deadly. And with Lemos, what I've noticed, she does have really good defense against the clinch. From previous fights that I've seen of her, she's able to take people down from the clinch. So that's a great matchup.
That's about it.
Yeah. Wait, who do you have on the last fight?
I will probably go for Amanda. Look, Marina Rodriguez is really tough, man. She's tough. She's tough. She's hard to finish. But I think Amanda Lemos is powerful. She's got, like you said, she's got a powerful punching power.
Yeah.
Powerful punching power. She's got like a powerful punching power.
And she's
guys.
fast, man.
Yeah, and she's fast.
Quick.
And you know, and she's also got a good ground game, no?
Yeah.
Doesn't she have like a background in jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got great takedowns.
Yeah. Look, I'll lean towards her. Is she the favorite?
Lemos.
What's the odds on that?
I'd agree with you on that.
I'd go for the favorite. Who know who's the favorite? Marina Rodriguez is the favorite.
Oh, okay. Well, it could go either way, honestly.
Yeah.
Right? They both match each other pretty well.
Mm.
So I think it'll go by decision.
I think the speed, like the bookies are putting a little weight on the speed of Marina Rodriguez. I think she's a lot faster. She throws a lot more punches than Amanda Lemos. You know, Amanda Lemos, she relies on her power.
Yeah.
So sometimes she just like, you know, waits for the right time to launch at her opponent. Whereas Marina Rodriguez will just be there throwing a lot of strikes, a lot of kicks.
Yep.
So, you know, I'm guessing they're expecting her to win via decision.
Gotcha.
That's why they capped it like that.
All right.
That's about it, man.